little accident. Had a pretty good scrape there on the front of my fender. Myself and that truck and trailer. Got a YouTube channel. I may or may not use it. I don't know. So what happened back at this intersection, and I may have been at fault. I don't know. Cops on the way. We're going to find out. So I came up to this intersection and I was going to turn right toward me, and he was in the left lane in the middle there. And the reason he stayed there is so that he was going to turn wide. He's turning right, and to make that turn with that trailer, he needed to be in that outside. So I don't know if they consider this inside one to be a shoulder or a lane. See, the solid white stripe goes all the way back up to where that convenience store is, where it starts. And there is no shoulder on the road going further back that way. So is it just a shoulder that begins here, or is that a right turn lane? So if these are both lanes, then he has to turn wider. I just don't know. Why would they have a white stripe that you have to stop behind that if that's not a lane? Is my question. Shoulders don't have stripes like that across them. So we're going to see. Police is here. Tell them what happened. So it seems that the lane I turned out of is not a lane, it's an unauthorized shoulder, and I will be cited for being at fault. And I can live with that. He doesn't have any damage at all to his trailer. It's pretty heavy duty. And about right there, I'm about that fender, so it's where it would have made contact with my vehicle. Maybe little scuffs along the side there. He's not worried about it. My vehicle is not going to hurt that trailer one bit. And actually, the way it felt, I thought my vehicle would have a lot more damage than that. It's really not that bad. So the officer said she could use her discretion, and since that truck had no damage, truck and trailer, he's fine, he ain't worried about it. And she asked me if I wanted to make a report, and on that report I would be found at fault. And the only damage was to my vehicle, and it's pretty minor. And I told her I'm ready to go on about my business. I just assumed you didn't write me a ticket. And she said, fine, then I won't. So that's pretty cool. That's good police work, if you ask me. And so, I asked her, okay, no big deal. I hate it. I'll see about getting my vehicle fixed. And I don't think I'll use insurance to do that, because that can make your insurance in the long term. I think that can cost you more money. Anyway, that's my excitement for the day. Dang it. That officer was courteous and professional and knowledgeable. Unfortunately, I learned a lesson from her that where the turn I've been making for years is illegal, and it bit me this time. Oh well, we live and we learn. At least I didn't get a ticket. Woohoo! I try to look at the bright side. Okay, I'm going to show you right up here where the tragedy occurred. I was at Billy Mulder's getting some advice from him on what I could do about the damage. To fix it right, the entire front end of this vehicle would have to be replaced, and that ain't happening. I only bought this. I bought it used as like a daily driver to keep from putting miles on my pickup. It's 7 years old and it doesn't look that bad. What we worked out, or his best advice, is to use touch-up paint and call it good. So I come around here, I've done this many times. Let's say there's 5 or 6 cars stacked up at the red light here, and I'm going to turn right and get over in that right-hand lane, which I know now is not a lane, it's a shoulder. and I won't be using that anymore, but that's what I did. And I was sitting right there, and he was in this lane, and he turned right with that big old long trailer. And of course, the nature of a trailer is it swung right over into me as he pulled it forward. I appreciate how fast he stopped when he heard me honking the horn and stuff. Really minimized the damage. It could have been much worse. And I haven't had anything like a ticket or an accident, anything vehicle related of that nature since 1991. So I went 34 years without any sort of incident on the road. And so I'm okay with it. And the fact is, it's my doing. You know, if I had obeyed the traffic laws, and I kind of knew, I just, in my heart of hearts, I knew you're not supposed to do what I did. I actually thought about that at that same intersection, taking a right, moving over into that lane to turn right yesterday, and there was no truck and trailer there. There was just one car, and they were going forward. They didn't have their blinker on, but it just popped into my mind, you know, I don't think this is a lane. I think they would consider this a shoulder, and I probably shouldn't make a habit out of doing this. And here it was the very next day, and I did it. And just the way the circumstances were, there happened to be a truck there pulling a trailer, and he did everything the right way. He had zero fault goes to the other driver, that guy. And yeah, it happened, but I can't dwell on it. I'm not going to be too bummed about it. I hate that it happened. It just certainly doesn't make me happy, but I just don't have enough days left on earth to let something like that ruin any of them. So I tried to make the most of the day, and had a nice visit with Billy at Mall's Rods. And Billy is fixing to be moving to his new shop, so I'm going to go out there Saturday just for a few minutes. I'm going to ping him when it's a good time. I'm going to ride out there. It's about 10, maybe 15 minutes from my house. I'm going to go out there so that I can know where the property is and where he wants the things put that come out of the shop, and how I'm going to be able to help. You know, I have limited physical abilities, but what I can do, and it'll be good exercise for me, is I can load boxes in the back of my pickup and take them out there, and he's going to show me where in the shop, you know, start stacking these boxes. So what he'll do at the old shop, I'll just walk around with him, and he can point out to me all the things that I can alone be able to load and unload. And to help out, I'm just going to load my truck full of stuff and haul it out to the new shop and unload it. And yeah, until it's all done, I'm glad to help. Them are good people, and I like hanging out with them, and I like cars, and I don't have anything better to do, so why not, right? And I think he's going to have, at some point, after everything's out there and it's all set up and all that kind of stuff, he's going to have sort of a grand opening for customers and his good friends and stuff like that. And I want to earn my ticket to that party. And I don't mind putting in a little labor to do it. So it's all good. So that's it. I had a break today. I got a workout in downtown. It's not even 4 o'clock yet. And let's see, I have 7,775 of my 10,000 steps in today. And Thursday's not a normal workout day for me, but I thought it would help with the stress, the anxiety. You know, it kind of puts you out of sorts when you're in a fender bender, no matter what. And I figured so I walked 1.25 miles and went and worked out really hard for about 30 minutes. And it made me feel better. And I knew it would. That's why I did it. For food today, my only calories, or my only food consumed, I got a shrimp cocktail at Texas Steak and Seafood. They were 6 jumbo shrimp. I ate only 3 of those. I'll have the other 3 this evening. And I had a margarita. So there's some calories and stuff. Just one. And yeah, I'm at Brookshire Brothers now, going to pick up a couple of things. And that's kind of wraps up my day. Got to visit with the people at Mulder's, had a nice little light lunch, had a wreck, and a good workout, and good day. And it's not done yet. There may be more adventures yet to be had. We'll see. I think that's it. Until next time, adios, my friends. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Everything gonna be all right, right? That's what Dennis says, and I think he's right. Everything gonna be all right. And instead of my normal saying, I will parrot what RV Living with the Geezer Calvin says. Keep it simple and keep your health. So, God bless you, folks. I'm out.